Hey Capricorn, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for August 23rd, 2023. This is for Capricorn. Last shuffle here, Capricorn. Let's see what we've got. So decrease flipped out. We have healing light and we have true love. Wow, very nice, right? This to me looks like you have done a lot of self-introspection. And so now you are no longer putting a lot into practice. Whenever you do deep introspection, like with healing light and true love, a lot of times it digs up or dredges up things that are very harmful, like your self view, like the view of yourself, the way you see yourself, the way you feel about yourself or your situation. It looks like you have done the work. If there's a decrease, that means that you no longer have to implement or do so much to be able to see the beauty of your situation or you or yourself. The decrease, yeah, is over this whole thing. So we have Three of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Interesting that you've been kind of waiting. They're showing an energy of waiting. So the healing light energy, this is accompanied by Three of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Empress, and King of Cups. This tells me that you may have been the dark side of this energy is that you may have always been kind of like waiting for to be vulnerable, waiting for something, being in the not being a catalyst to your own happiness, but more so in an expectant energy, expecting something to come in and make you happy. A lot of that, because the Three of Wands is an energy of someone who's waiting. But Ten of Pentacles is that is what you are known as. You're known as someone who's very hesitant, that's closed off with the King of Cups. That's your reputation. That's your legacy. That's what people know of you. That, oh, Capricorn is kind of closed off. Capricorn is always kind of waiting for something or waiting for a person or something to come towards them. And the Empress energy speaks of that you may feel like you don't have to, like you shouldn't have to. But it also speaks to you don't want to, you want to avoid disaster, being embarrassed, regretting acting first, so you don't. And so you may see this now and go, and you may understand this now so much more because with decrease here, that means that you don't do this anymore because you see your value. True love with the Queen of Swords and Five of Cups tells me that you see that you've got to cut that out. Basically, no pun intended with the Queen of Swords. She's cutting things out, right? But this looks like that you are looking at this from a place of if this was someone else doing this, my advice to them would be with the Queen of Swords and Five of Cups that you are hurting yourself, right? You can't regret if you don't, yeah, you can't regret if you don't try, but you can regret that you didn't ever try, and as well, right? Regret slices both ways, and this is taking an unbiased view of this, like you're hurting yourself, person. You would say that to someone else, and so you're saying I am applying that to me and saying I'm actually hurting myself by not being open. Because with the Empress here, that means that you're waiting in vain, that you already have. The Empress has everything. The Empress embodies this energy of there's so much love, affection, nurturing. There is no disaster to avoid, kind of thing. There's a story behind the Empress, but that is what this shows here, and that you finally see this about yourself, that you can be open, right? You should always pursue what you love. You should always, because it almost shows that you should always pursue those things that you love, or pursue things with an open heart. That's what I was going to say, but it shows that you have done this before. Maybe you have been the first one to reach out. You've been the first one to go towards something, and you were hurt, embarrassed, regretted it, resented the whole thing altogether. Like, I'm never doing that again. And the healing light shows that you don't have to now continuously practice opening up or knowing when to, or sitting back and seeing if it's okay to do it. It's like if I feel it, I should go towards it. If I feel it, if my heart says that, my open heart, my pure heart, King of Cups often is a pure heart. This is someone who's just, they're so calm, cool, and collected because they act on what they feel, and they're satisfied with that. The King of Cups is also oftentimes that way. And so this is like a healing light energy of saying, well, I'm satisfied because I followed my heart. So I can expect good things to come my way because, the Empress energy combined with the King of Cups speaks of someone who is so satisfied within themselves emotionally that they're happy either way. So that's something very beautiful. The decrease is that you're no longer waiting to see. You're no longer testing the waters. New beginnings with Four of Cups and Eight of Wands speaks of choosing a path. Now you're no longer settling in essence with Four of Cups. A lot of times that's settling, right? Because this is a despondency, ingratitude, like whatever's in this cup. I mean, it sucks, but it's my cup, kind of thing. And the Eight of Wands is acting off of that, moving off of that, communicating off of that energy of not having what you need, being unsatisfied. And a lot of times it would be an unsatisfaction if you are waiting for others to fill that cup. And you're realizing that I can't wait for anyone to move towards me. I need to go towards what I want or what it is that makes me happy, regardless of how it turns out, right? No regrets, right? No regrets, because my heart's open. And so that's a new beginning for you. And that's also decreasing in the cycle of decrease as well, is not acting off of this emptiness, filling a void, waiting for something to fill that void. Instead, going after happiness, right? Going after what makes you happy, just what makes your heart happy. The vast universe with Queen of Wands and Justice is telling me that you are no longer... there's not a practice for you to be of quote unquote selfish, right? And I say quote unquote because selfishness is oftentimes has such a negative connotation to everything. They're showing that you are going to be much more successful if you focus on being open, okay? Because they're showing it that you're no longer having to practice this energy of self-preservation, being very guarded, protecting yourself. They're showing that there's a balance now, that as you are going towards things with an open heart or pursuing those things that matter to you without waiting for it to come towards you or waiting for, some sort of sign or something here. They're showing that you are successful, or you are much more successful, and you're more confident. The vast universe with the Queen of Wands and Justice speaks that this is a righteous confidence. It's a righteous quote-unquote selfishness. It's not that you're being selfish. It's that going after what you want is not necessarily a selfishness. It's more of a self-love, self-care. They're showing that you're more confident now, that you have you're not practicing this as a way of life. Now you are saying, I'm not going to wait for someone to come towards me. I'm not waiting for love, King of Cups. I'm not waiting for for things to come your way. They're just speaking a lot of just waiting for something to come towards you or someone to come towards you and make things balanced or something like that. You're balancing things yourself because you're saying, what am I waiting for, right? Either it's a yes or a no. Either way, I'm good. Either way, I'm good with that because I followed my heart. And that's all I could ever ask for. I hope that this makes sense, Capricorn. But they're showing also, too, that you're going to be very successful when it comes to something waiting for money to come towards you or an answer about money. They're showing something about that as well, if it's not about love, kind of thing. And also, they're showing hope after being disappointed. And that was what caused you to close up, but now there's hope after being disappointed. And whether or not you're disappointed either way, going and pursuing things, that you're going to be okay regardless. This is like a confirmation, like no matter what, it's still going to be good. You're going to have success regardless. You could be dealing with a Taurus, a Libra, very strongly Libra. We have every sign here except for Earth. So the yes or no is not set in stone, and that's why they're saying it doesn't matter. It's going to be okay no matter what, right? You have every sign here except for your own and Virgo, right? So no overanalyzing the answer, no overanalyzing what's going to come up. Just go with an open heart. All right, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.